I'm still thinking about what I want to do when I'm older.
Trying to find myself. I don't know. I think that's everyone trying to find themselves, and then just hopefully going in the right direction.
I'd like to reference the song from the band Bauhaus's Bela Lugosi's Dead album. All I ever wanted was everything.
Make money. Find a job. Make money.
Try more peach green tea. Yeah.
I don't have like a very specific ambition.
Oh, I want to teach. I want to teach. Hire me.
I kind of discovered this new passion for visual design, and I hope to find a career that satisfied both my architectural ambitions but also the graphic design ambition.
Personal ambitions. So I like to work out. I like justice. I like to work with people. But I do like making things with hands. I don't know. So it's a whole conglomerate of things. But I'm actually, I guess I haven't really posted on Facebook or anything, but I'm actually doing the army after graduating. So there's that, and it's just trying to find myself in terms of where I want to be. But I think pushing myself physically and mentally, I think that's where I want to go. So I don't know.
If you all haven't noticed by now, I like school, so I'm trying to stay in school. And beyond that, just trying to figure out something that is more than scraping by, but is sustainable enough without being too boisterous.
I'm in the graduate program in architecture, engineering, construction management, and I've pursued that so that I have a better understanding of how things are built, but also in gaining this sort of understanding, I hope to be able to focus on sustainable development and sustainable design in the future.
Short term, my ambition is to get my master's in sustainable urban planning and work in a field that, or the marriage between architecture and urban planning.
For short term, I want to go to grad school for sure. And then eventually I want to have my own firm, but I'm not sure where would that be. So, but I definitely want to do what I'm doing right now if I have my own practice.
I think I want to become an architect. I don't know where my destination would be at this moment, but I do want to be ending up possibly with my own firm at some point. But we'll see.
I do want to become an architect, so I feel like I'm an outlier here, but I'm pretty excited to just learn how to get something built really well, like really just get everything done in a, like, not proper, but like a way that's like competent, and I'm really excited to do that in my career, so I think, yeah.
I am really excited to join the architecture profession and make a difference for groups that need those specialized, specifically designed spaces that may not have a seat at the table.
I definitely want to be an architect. I know that's probably the minority going forward, but I don't necessarily want to. I want to be an architect that kind of works at a smaller scale, and hopefully, like, in an ideal world, they'll be kind of like the architects that I look towards in terms of they understand where they work and they understand kind of the smaller aspects of like inhabiting a building, or the more like the human touch to it.
Big picture wise, would like to be an like advocate for like the like underrepresented populations, like at whatever scale, whether it's through architecture or policy, but it like would love to own my own practice one day as well, so we'll see what happens.
I definitely want to help as many people as I can. That is why I chose this field, is kind of like being an architect or a doctor. And funnily enough, I thought being a doctor would be too many hours.
I want to be able to do work that has impact. and impact is a very broad word, but one of the ways is which kind of bringing more high quality design to more people, and also being able to establish that like we as designers do have a lot of power through our like storytelling narrative abilities, but I think a lot of the times we don't see ourselves as having power or having worth. We just think of ourselves as these kind of like what can we actually do? But in reality, we can do a lot of things as communicators.
I've learned that architecture has a giant impact on communities, and it can be positive, it can be negative, and I would really like to make a positive impact on the world, possibly working more in community centers or schools and affordable housing, and making sure that everyone has access to really beautiful designs.
I just like seeing other people happy, so kind of taking the work that I do and in the future trying to use it for the greater good, and like whether it's helping to like house people that are in need of housing or that can't provide for their family and things like that.
I want to be able to feel like I've produced some sort of change and not just like work for the sake of working and then die. Yeah, that's as far as I know. Still figuring it out.
Okay, one thing I've learned, at least through all of this work and stuff that we've done in school, is that at the end of the day, I just want to be happy with what I'm doing, which sounds so utopic and idyllic. But personally, I want to be happy with whatever I'm doing. I want to feel like whatever I'm doing is positively impacting people and contributing to society in some way. One of my goals, at least short term for the summer, is to sell a lot of knives, my marketing experience. And then after that, I'd like to go into professional practice. So at the end of the day, I think just being happy is the most important thing to me.
Wanting to be happy and like feel like I'm like being fulfilled in like multiple aspects of my like life.
I just want to have my own time every day doing things that I like.
Something I think a lot of people are focused on is like finding that perfect balance between work life and, you know, like the whole like do a job that makes you happy and you'll never work a day in your life. You know, sometimes I do feel that way, so I want to make sure that I end up that way outside of this like kind of free educational setting.
Oh my god. I don't even know.
My personal ambitions would be to, I guess, just be happy and be able to do creative things, whatever that means. I don't really have a plan or a trajectory in place, so I'm just kind of winging it, which I've been doing, I feel like, this whole time. And like every time I have to do something, it's that, so it's like, okay.
I think it's just to find things I care about and like work hard on them, because I don't really know what they are yet. But architecture school has taught me that it's not architecture.
I would like to, at some point in my life, really find something that feels natural to me, because I still haven't found what that is. I wanna like have that thought before I go to bed, like I want to be so excited about something that I can't fall asleep. Like I've never had that feeling in my life, ever. So yeah, I would say that's my personal ambition, whatever that is.
I don't want to like lose the desire to learn and like the curiosity about things that I think you really have in school. Architecture is like so built on precedent that I want to be like working with that and understanding the precedent, but then trying to add my own intervention and my own like fingerprint onto the world, I guess.
I just want to keep learning about things that do and don't matter, but thankfully I feel like architecture is a field where you can do that pretty easily, so I'm feeling optimistic.
I've been reckoning with my desire to sort of like, I don't know, enter into the world professionally and like what the value of the work that I am doing is and like what all of that means. And like I am at a moment right now where I don't have that defined at all, and I'm trying to just say that that's like okay, and I may figure it out someday, I may not, but that's not really what life is about to me. Like I feel like, I don't know, like I don't think that this is a fundamentally selfish viewpoint to like believe that your ambition is just to like self-educate and to like be sort of have a greater understanding of the world, because I think that sort of what that allows you to do is to go forward and make connections with people and share those interests with people. And that's sort of like, I guess my biggest ambition then would be to be able to like have those sort of curiosities and like excite other people about them.
I think all the things that are like my core beliefs and values, I want them to like manifest in like whatever direction I go in the future.
My ambition is to always have that next big goal, whether it's like a 1 day, like a 5-minute goal, or like a 3-week goal, or like a 3-month or 3-year goal, but like I always want to be motivating myself to like and propelling myself forward as like a state of understanding my being in the world, if that's a way to talk about my ambition. I don't know exactly what it is right now. I mean, like, get a job, move to a city, figure out life. That seems like a lot of ambitions for right now, but yeah.
I think what I've always lived by when I was younger, and what I like try and think of when I'm feeling down, but it's like, as long as you make somebody smile in a day, then you're then doing something good for the world, because they might smile and then they feel and compounds and like the whole be the change you want to see, and all that shit. But it happens, and I think yeah, that's my aspiration, to just make other people happy by being happy.
And I think that's why architecture is a good fit for me, because I can be here, and as long as I'm surrounded by people I like, doing things that I'm passionate about, I can do it forever. But yeah, I think that ultimately just ties back to like, I want to be happy, which is like the basic expression of that.